This thing. I'm gonna get that thing up and running. Why not? Come on, girls. Come here. Hi, Andy. Hi, Cassie. So this has been something I've wanted to do since I was in high school, pretty much, is get this truck up and running again. And, you know, I have the... No, I don't really have the money. I don't really have the time either. Permission. That one. Got the wife's approval to start working on this, so... Yeah, let's do that. This is a 1986 F-350. It has been parked, well, it was last registered in 1994, and it has not been running pretty much since then. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on, and that's what I'm dealing with. I figured it was a good time to start getting some of these in, because you can see that, you know, nature's starting to eat them. Like, I know that one runs, so, well, it ran maybe 20 years ago. That one, another 30 years. My aunt parked her car here. She could probably still sell that for not too bad. This was running. I did have this one running in high school. This one, you know, I don't want that to happen to the truck. So it's time to start getting some of these moved out. That one's fun. I like that one. It has no brakes and a very sticky throttle, so, you know. Something else I'm going to have to work with on this truck for now. You know, the wheels are all Bluetooth right now because we took them all for the hay wagon at some point in the last 30 years. So, fun. Looks like an engine. So at first glance, no battery, no starter solenoid, no ignition control module. At first glance, that's all I really am worried about. I guess I'll find out soon if I need more. I'm going to have fun wiring up this thing. So now I'm also going to have to figure out what attempts of repairs have been made to this thing. I keep getting distracted. It's like, why is that hooked up this way? That makes no sense. Why is that here? Like, why is this outlet here? What does that go to? Okay, cool. Well, at least there's coolant in it, but where did that hose go? Coolant actually looks like it's in pretty good condition, too. Which isn't a bad thing for having been parked for 30 years. Just how many parts am I still going to need that I don't have? Hey, a wiring diagram. Nice. Just a little bit of WD-40 to see if that helps. And while that's soaking in, I guess let's figure out the starter solenoid. So here's the starter solenoid. I'm assuming it goes here. Not assume, I know it goes there. They just self-tap it in there. And then there's all kinds of wires and everything here that I have no idea where they're going to or supposed to be going to, so that spark plug wire is missing. I'm not going to get this running today. But if I can at least get it firing, that'll give me a little bit more indication on what I need. Short of the obvious, hey, there's a hose missing, hey, I need spark plug wires, hey, I need to put the exhaust header back together. That's going to be loud. You know, just the obvious stuff. Okay, all but one of the spark plug wires are still attached. Where's the other one? It's just down here. Why aren't you plugged in? Maybe that's the one that they were checking to see if there was spark. But if there was no ignition control module, there wouldn't have been spark. Oh, I found where that other hose is supposed to go. Connects to here. Why would they have taken that off? Why is that ground wire off? No wonder this thing had electrical issues. You took apart half of it. I don't know what any of these do.
Title of your sex tape.
Danielle's gonna get smacked. Well, I guess let's get a battery and just drop it here so that it's ready to go. Let's go this way for now. We'll go this way for now. Oh, there's no alternator. Okay, I'm gonna need to put on an alternator. Nice thing about this having Bluetooth tires right now, I can actually reach into the engine bay. Come on. Get off. There we go. A little bit of a mouse nest. Come on. Oh yeah. Okay, sure. Why not? And I need a positive cable since I stole that 15 years ago.
Throw that back on and pop it out there.
Can I do more? We'll get some more.
So I think that's everything waiting there for that anyway. I still need to figure out where the negative's going. But since I got this out, let's jump over to this section. Okay, I guess I should have brought my sensor cleaning stuff.
The one thing I needed them soaking up the cows. Holy dragonfly.
Okay, let's wait for that to dry out before I start sending juice through it.
This year to rehab a couple of our beds. So I'm planting, I got like a barley crop in 2 of my gardens with a clover ground cover. So the clover will fix the nitrogen and the barley roots will help loosen up all the soil because barley roots are so aggressive.
Okay.
So we're experimenting and we're joking.
Okay.
'Cause we're like,
So since there's no alternator right now, I'm just putting the ground over here and it's not going to be running for any length of time, if at all, so I'm really not that concerned. Yeah. So I'm just going to hook this up here and hopefully I get some juice stuff. We'll find out. Get this carragana out of the way. That's not a carragana, that's a mountain ash. Nature's reclaiming it a little bit, I see. Relatively clean. I don't see any mice damage, which is nice. Comfy seat. Nothing. Lights. Nothing. Okay, that isn't working as a ground. So I guess since I'm here, here's the side of the truck anyway. Like, it's in really good shape. There is next to no, well, as much as I can get to it anywhere, there's like next to no rust. A little bit in the cab corner, but nothing too terrible. Come on. Okay, you're good there. You can just hang out. Oh. Wonder if that would work as coolant hose for temporary usage. I'm gonna go cut myself a chunk of that. Okay, so this didn't work. Truck showed no signs of life with the ground going that way. So, let's see if this works. Okay, well that gives me power now.
Hey! That's a win, right?
I think. Using booster cables to boost itself.
Be careful, dear.
Yes, honey. Engine's locked up.
What does that mean?
The starter can't, because that would have been the starter engaging and trying to turn, so that the engine would have gone. But it's not. What happens with engines when they sit for a long time? The pistons might rust up a little bit, or the rings around the pistons will kind of stick to the piston walls, so that it just doesn't move. So what I need to do now, I think, is to hook on to the crank and just turn it over manually and free it up. So basically, I just have to break it out of this position it's sitting in, and then it should move freely.
Like my wrist.
Basically, yeah. That is just tightening and loosening that pulley. Ouch. Might be a lost cause at this point, I don't know yet.
Well, at least if you know, you know. Right?
Yeah. Doesn't help that I get the hood latch sticking in my gut every time I have to bend over. Yeah, that ain't moving. Let's crack open some cylinders.
Okay, height. Goodness. There's a good girl. Good job.
Yep, I won't be able to pour into there. So I can't really get the ATF in there because I don't have the right kind of funnel. So I'm going to try this Seafoam Deep Creep and just kind of pour it in there, or spray it in there and just let it sit there for a bit. Maybe it'll turn over, maybe it won't. I don't know. See what happens.
Good.
Try and get some of that into the cylinder, I guess. Okay, doubtful. It'll turn over now. Let's see though. Huh.
What?
There's nothing flowing through this except electricity. The cable jiggles. Okay. So here's how I'm getting past having a ground hooked up right now. Just do it this way, and then here's the key. Hey!
I was closer.
It actually did the move.
You tried to do something.
So a little bit of success. So I think I'm on the right track with lubing up the pistons there a little bit. 420. And we wanted to leave by 5. Maybe I'll give it another try before we leave. But I think for now it kind of just has to sit. Do one more try. Okay, I'll let it sit for a bit.
Meaning a month.
Hmm?
Meaning a month.
Well, a little bit more today. Try again before we leave. I'm glad it did that little turn, because it's like, okay, cool.
You're on the right track.
I'm on the right track. Shit's actually working.
It's like it wanted to give you just a little bit of hope. Don't give up on me.
Don't give
please
up
come
on
back.
me, please help. I don't want to be here anymore. Realized I didn't do a great outro at the farm. So I'm back home now. I got everything that I brought home with me unloaded from the car. So yeah, didn't get the truck running, but I at least got it to turn over just a little bit. So there's hope at least. So what I'm going to do, not anytime soon because, you know, I don't really have the time, but at some point, relatively soon, I'm going to head back out there with a bunch of transmission fluid, or ATF, which I guess I left out there. It's already there. And I'm going to get myself a better funnel, and I'm going to run that down into the cylinders so that it can kind of soak, hopefully loosen everything up in there. And then hopefully I can get it at least turning over and I can keep going with diagnosing. I think I got the electrical system all put back together where it should be. Hopefully it'll fire now, but I'm not going to know until it at least starts turning over, which it isn't right now. So, I'm in the car, got everything all loaded up in the back. Mostly everything. I have to go get fuel and fill up a jerry can, but other than that, I'm good. And today is going to be day 2 of the F-350 revival. So, yeah, I'm going to hit the road. And we will see you guys back again in a couple hours. Should be good. Not going to be able to film much without this. We'll just throw that there. Okay. Now I'm ready to go. Hello. Alright, so I'm back out for the second day now. I know it needed an alternator at the very least and a heater hose. So I did pick up those parts to come with me. So I found an alternator in this old Ford Econoline that looks like it's about the same age, so pretty sure it'll work. It's got the same 2 plugs that I'm pretty sure the truck has. But God, I have never smelled so much mouse piss in one place. Got it. I still don't know if this will turn over reliably, so I guess let's start with that, seeing as how there should still be the seafoam that I put in there the last time I was here. But yeah, at the very least I did need the alternator and I did need the heater hose. I guess I'll start with putting the battery back on. So reviewing the footage last time, I think all of this wiring, other than the starter, should be up here. That might explain why I didn't have power in the cabin at all. Might also be that I was missing the alternator completely. So I'm still going to move everything that isn't the starter up to this post along with the positive on the battery and go from there. I still don't have a ground cable. Well, hopefully I have one that'll work. Okay, let's throw the booster cables on again and we'll start that first. She's stuck. Darn. Let's try spinning it over by hand. No. Alright, let's try this. Just tightening again. Yeah, you're locked. Perfect. Now let's loosen up the cylinders again and see if I can get anything in or out of them. Okay. How well can you see that? Okay. That. is shockingly unhelpful. Might also be that that cylinder is just right up top. Well, let's get some fluid down the cylinders. Nope. Glub, 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 glub. Okay. Cool. Let go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a bit, and I might as well figure out get the alternator hooked up, and I'll get the heater hose installed. Basically just work on other stuff that I can work on while stuff's sitting. So, alternator, heater hose, and maybe I'll start looking for tires. Guess that goes there. Just go upside down. Doubt it. No, can't. Well, that doesn't seem right. Shoot. Might be the wrong kind of alternator. Let's do the heater hose so it stops spitting the only remaining coolant out at me. Seriously? I just bought this damn wrench or screwdriver and it's already like completely broken. That was a waste. Really, I only bought it so that I had something to jump the starter with, but oh well. Just letting some air come out. Okay, it's starting to come out of there, so I'm assuming it's okay now. More or less bled out. There we go. There, so now it'll stop spitting all the coolant out if I lean on this hose. So that'll help. Okay, let's putter with this alternator a little bit more maybe. Okay. That doesn't even get close. So that makes it somewhat in line anyway, but the ports are all on the wrong side. Which, no, that wouldn't even fit. I guess I could plug it in and when I'm trying to turn it over, I just spin it. And then, hey, it's generating juice. Unless it's supposed to be like way up here. Which I doubt it, but that would work. It's unfortunate because I don't know where this was supposed to be before or how it was hooked up before, because by the time I started on it, it's been harvested. So I don't know if there was supposed to be a bracket that came with it that has since disappeared, If there's, yeah, I just don't know. I wonder if I need to build myself like some custom bracketry. It would make sense though if the alternator was supposed to come up like this, because then the plug's just one there, one here. I'm going to look up some diagrams and see if I can find something here. So I think I'm just going to pull this out for now, since it looks like I need a bracket. And I have no idea what bracket I need. I might have to order something. So, yeah, that's out for now. I think the battery's dying. No, it's good. That's hot. Let's see if something in the cab lights up. Okay, well at least the key works now. So, yeah, I must have had these in the wrong spot. Alright, I think it's been about an hour since I was here last, so let's hook this back up, go turn the key, and hopefully stuff happens. It can't be that stuck that I got it to move once. Like, am I wrong? Like, if I got it to turn one time, it can't be that stuck that it will be impossible to keep going. It's been sitting with the ATF in there for about 2 hours now. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, I don't know. So I think I'm going to call it a video for now. The engine is still stuck, and I think it's going to be a little bit more than me just dumping fluid down the cylinders and hoping it comes loose again. I can't imagine it's that bad, seeing as how it did come out once, but who knows. Either way, I'm going to have to come back for day 3. I don't know yet if this will be its own video or I'll tack it on to the end of day 1. But yeah, I think that's all I can really do for now. Thank you all for watching, and if you like what I'm doing here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you have any questions or comments, I look forward to reading them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more up-to-date projects, you can follow me on Instagram at Grandpa Schreiner. Otherwise, I will see you here in the next video, and have a good one.